on a study on budgeting for small-scale women farmers in Nasarawa State. It's part of applied budget work being done by Center for Social Justice in collaboration with the small-scale women farmers of Nigeria to provide an empirical basis for advocacy and engagement of state actors on improved service delivery in the agricultural sector. Nigerian governments in the past 10 years at the federal level and as well as the state level have been allocating very low sums to agriculture, below the 10% commitment in the Maputo Declaration on Agriculture and Food Security. Across the sectors, the votes for recurrent expenditure, especially the personnel votes, are usually drawn down, while capital votes are released when recurrent and statutory expenditures have been fully paid for. Considering the prevalent poor revenue and macroeconomic forecasts at the federal and state levels, the variance between projected and realized revenue is usually wide. For instance, the federal realized revenue in 2018 was 45% short of projection, and in 2019 it was also around the same figure. Thus, the capital votes for agriculture have been hardly fully released. This is further complicated by a system where released sums of budgeted funds may not be cash backed, and when cash back may take time due to bureaucratic leakages to be utilized. This is the background to the challenges faced by smallholder and small-scale women farmers, whose issues are hardly addressed in the agricultural budget. Nigerian budgets are crafted as gender-neutral documents that refuse to take cognizance of the social, historical, cultural, religious, and diverse challenges specifically affecting smallholder women farmers. This leads to gender blindness in budgeting. These challenges include limited access, control and ownership of land, very low capital base, and poor access to credit and farming inputs such as fertilizers and chemicals. Poor access to gender-friendly equipment needed to reduce and remove drudgery from farming while improving productivity. The implication of the foregoing is that the small-scale women farmers face double jeopardy. One, they get a very small proportion of the already meager agricultural budget, which even if fully released, will not solve the challenges facing the sector. Extension services are hardly available to translate research findings and the products of the various research institutes for the benefit of small-scale women farmers. Also, there is no strong link between the work of the research institutes and local communities of farmers to the extent that farmers are not necessarily ready off-takers for the research findings for improving agricultural productivity. Nigeria's commitment to climate-smart agriculture as part of its nationally determined contributions, which have been costed under the Paris Climate Change Agreement, would have greatly benefited small-scale women farmers if it had been implemented. Again, extension services will have played a key role in the dissemination of the requisite knowledge and information on climate-smart agriculture. The focus on funding for agriculture has been on the votes of the Ministry of Agriculture, but the bigger picture shows that funding for agriculture can also be found in the votes of several research institutes outside of the Agriculture Ministry. Special intervention funds domiciled in the Presidency and in the Central Bank of Nigeria. Funds for the Sustainable Development Goals, formerly Millennium Development Goals. Funds in the Ministry of Women Affairs, constituency projects of legislators at the federal and state level. Ministry of Water Resources, including the votes for the River Basin Development Authorities. Faculties of Agriculture in the universities through the Ministry of Education. Ministry of Power Works and Housing and Labour. Thus, the coordination and harmonization of all these public funds to produce targeted optimum value for money results for the poor, especially the small-scale women farmers, has been a missing link in the quest to improve farming livelihoods. Considering the goal of the small-scale women farmers organization of Nigeria to end the cycle of poverty among smallholder women farmers and to stop all forms of discrimination against them, the foregoing challenges can be located around Nigeria's obligation to respect, protect, and to fulfill the rights of small-scale women farmers to an adequate standard of living, encompassing the rights to work, the rights to food, etc., and to take steps within the maximum of available resources for the progressive improvement of their productivity, which will lead to improvements in living conditions. A detailed list of problems and challenges at the federal level and the focal states are available in the forefront Charter of Demands. Some of them, like feeder rules, are not specific to the needs of small-scale women farmers alone, but generally for the opening up of poor rural communities and improving their infrastructure. So this study is an empirical one to find out how much money has been budgeted in agriculture in Nasarawa State, what part of it can impact on small-scale women farmers, how much was actually released and utilized as a basis for us to engage the government on what needs to be done. So I hear the question of the representative of the PAMSEC to say, why we are they not part of this at the beginning? You are already part of it because we are mainly reviewing documents, and these documents are generated from the ministry. You already done a budget, you already have budget implementation reports. So what we are doing is basically to pick them up and see what exactly government said it has done. And thereafter, we are talking to small-scale women farmers. We are also talking to you in the Ministry of Agriculture. We are talking to those running the Agricultural program and a lot of government agencies. And having compiled the report, we did not feel it was proper for us to go to press and publish, because it's possible our consultant and ourselves may have made mistakes. So that's why we are bringing it back to you in the Ministry of Agriculture, the policy makers, the budget implementers. The question we are throwing back to you is, have we made a mistake in what we have written? Did we write anything against the government which the government did not do? Are there achievements you have made in funding small-scale women farmers which we did not record? So we expect, not that you should have read it within 1 week, we are still available until the next 1 or 2 weeks to get your written feedback, which we will now use to correct and finalize this document, so that when this document goes out, you can say in the Ministry of Agriculture that yes, it represents what you have done, so that you are also part of the owners. Because when we are, advocating, we are saying give more resources to the Ministry of Agriculture. If they give more resources to you, it will also help you to improve your work. So on behalf of the Center for Social Justice and our partners in SWAFO and the International Budget Partnership, I welcome you to this validation meeting. Thank you. So